Do you mind, birds? I'm talking here. Project Pan 2019. Hi guys, and welcome back to my Project Pan 2019 update. Today we're going to start with categories. We're just going to work our way through. So if you're interested, stick around. So in January, I used two particular eyeshadow palettes. One was pure color, and knowing myself, I needed something neutral to go with it. So I actually had two palettes for January. This is the Australia's Kaleidoscope palette. It's a mix of satin metallic-y shades, and I had a great time using it. I didn't manage to use every shade, but I did manage to make some great inroads on quite a few of them. However, we were at the beach, for a week. I didn't use as much makeup as I thought. I was like, oh, it's holidays, I'll have time to do. Yeah, nah, didn't happen. I just didn't wear makeup. So there's a whole week out of January where I just didn't use as much as I thought I would. I got more use out of my Chi Glamorous Naturals palette than I thought I was going to. Not only to support the bright colors of the Kaleidoscope palette, but simply that's just what I was feeling in January. This baby's getting old. I won't pan it before the end of the year. But by the end of this year, it's going by. So I'm gonna try and get as much use out of it as I can, using it as a naturals to support other colorful palettes as I go. However, it's now February, so I've been using something else. My February palette is the Too Faced Semi-Sweet, and I fully admit that I got it for 30 bucks at the Boxing Day sale online at Mecca. This was my first purchase of the year. Probably will be one of very few this year, as I am continuing my low buy principles. I'm not putting any hard limits on myself. I am, however, definitely gonna try and keep it down this year. But I started this year with this, and I don't regret it. It's beautiful. I've been using it for almost 2 weeks now as my February palette. I know I'm late filming my January wrap up, but hey, we had some unexpected things happen, and that's just how life goes. So I'm absolutely loving it. I'm getting good use out of most of the shades. I'm wearing it today, and I can't express how versatile, how much I love this palette. The shades are beautiful, they blend. I know a lot of people have had problems with the blue. Not me. And I've managed to use it in a couple of different ways, and I just love it. The only thing that isn't so great is Pink Sugar. It's like a topper color, but it doesn't stick to anything. So yeah, look, that's probably the only dud in the entire palette. I absolutely love everything else. So this is my February palette. Epic fail. Yeah, so I took my almost brand new Savvy blush traveling, and it broke. It didn't just break, like tiny crack, it broke into yeah. So I don't know if this is gonna be my first foray into full-blown repressing. I might give it a try. We'll see how we go. In the meantime, I actually have a few different blushes that I just wanna try, so I'm not replacing it for the rest of the seasonal Project Pan. So the rest of the quarter, I'm just gonna leave it. I might repress it. If I do, I will record it because it's gonna be hilarious for us all. But yeah, so I have dipped into the lid a few times and used it that way, but in general, it's a bit of a lost cause at the moment because it is so broken, and it's a fairly effective blush anyway. Like you've got to tap it off before you use it. So yeah, nah. So following on from my epic fail blush, one of my fragrances turned out to be an epic fail, and I had an allergic reaction to it that was absolutely no fun at all, and I was a bit sad sack about it. It is the Chi Coconut and Lime. I ended up with a rash. You might have seen it on my Instagram, all down my neck. It was really uncomfortable. And I ended up taking some pretty strong antihistamines and having to use a cortisone to bring the rash under control. So I'm actually using this as either a scent for scarves, jackets. We've had a few cooler days here in Melbourne, so it's been great. I've been able to use it as a cooler spray on things that go on the outerwear, which I have used. I have also used it as a car refreshener, and I've also used it in the house as just to make the house smell nice. So I'm still getting use out of it. It was up to here, it's now down to here, and we've used around 10 grams of product. So I am still using it. I'm gonna keep it in my project pan. I just can't wear it as a fragrance on my skin because, yeah, that was uncomfortable. That was a very itchy day. Didn't like that very much at all. However, my Daisy Dream, yeah, I'm almost done. I'm feeling a little sad about it. It's my second bottle and I'm actually not going to repurchase this one after this. Feeling a little sad, like I said, but it's a great fragrance for me. It's beautiful on my skin. I really enjoy it. So we were up here, we're now down to here, and there's barely a few sprays left. So I will probably have this finished well before the end of February. And I have chosen my replacement fragrance, which, yeah, it's also Marc Jacobs. But hey, what can I say? I went through a Marc Jacobs fragrance phase, so I need to finish this one up, and then I'll introduce my next one for my next video. I'm very excited to report that I have panned a few things. Okay, so one of them's a pan, the rest are finished up. So this is my Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-hour powder in light porcelain 01, which is no longer available. And check out that empty pan, my friends. Check it out. I'm very excited. I have very rarely finished products so thoroughly. And in the end, I just had my big fluffy brush and I was just mashing. Yeah, it was great. Oh, it was glorious. And it's finished. Also finished is my Rimmel Super Curler 24. While there is still product in there, it's quite dry. It's not giving me length, it's not giving me definition and depth, and it has that smell of mascara that is done. I don't know if you're familiar with that scent, but sometimes a mascara you're just like, yeah, nah, it's done. And you know it's done. So, goodbye, my friend. You've served me well. I probably got a good 4 months out of this as my everyday mascara, with my Better Than Sex as my holy grail, fancy, needing to feel good mascara. This is my everyday mascara, 4 months out of it. Considering I got it half price, it was under $10. I'm pretty happy with that. My Swiss Deep Sea Minerals toner is finished. All right, so there's a tiny bit in the bottom there, but I can't get it out. It doesn't spray evenly. I'm gonna keep the rest of the bottle just to wipe off if I make a mistake and I have to use micellar and I need to unscrew this and I can put it on a cotton pad and use it to wipe off the micellar water. I will use that because I don't like leaving micellar on my skin. But as a spray, it's done. There's like maybe less than a teaspoon. It's probably 3 or 4 mils left in here. But you know, I like to get my value out of products. But I'm calling it done, and therefore introducing the replacement into my project pan. I will repurchase this, but not until I've used up every single other toner in my collection. I will get my collection down. And finally, I used it up, is my L'Oreal Infallible Fixing Mist. Again, there's like a few teaspoons in the bottom here. However, the setting powder in the bottom of it, the solids, are starting to make it spray unevenly. So I'm calling it done. It's like down here. It's a very, very small amount left. This bottle I actually poured the remains of another bottle into, so it has double the sediment in the bottom. So that's cool because I got to use up the 2 bottles and, you know, make sure that it still continued to spray evenly. But it did mean with this bottle, it's quite thick at the bottom and it's just, yeah, no bueno. So with my, I have a 3rd bottle. With my next bottle that I will be replacing this with, I won't be pouring the last dregs of this out into that bottle. So yeah, the dregs, it's not cool. However, this is still my all-time favorite affordable fixing mist and I love it. So while I'm not showing you everything that are in my project pan because this would be a stupidly long video, I'm just going to show you a few things that I am making progress in that's not so visible. However, when I weighed everything at the end of January, I did see some progress. So I have the Olay Luminous Tone Perfecting Cream, which is a sample size, and I tore through this when we were at the beach. Even though it was really humid, I found that after being in the river at the beach, my skin was just like, help! So I'd rinse with clean water and then slather this on my face and neck. So I've done really well, and I'm expecting to finish this before the end of February. Something I've also made significant progress with is my Olay Ultimate Eyes Eye Cream. It was absolutely fantastic down the coast, and I really enjoyed using it. I'd often just use it, spread up my face a little bit more as more of a moisturizer. It's just a beautiful, rich cream, and I'll be sorry to see it go. However, I won't replace it until I've used up or started on something else in my collection. However, it's definitely a future repurchase. I really enjoy this eye cream, and when you can get it on sale, you know, it's a really good value. So definitely recommend this cream. My Palmer's Cocoa Butter Facial Cleansing Oil is something I've definitely made progress on. I'm not finished, I'm not anywhere near finished, but I'm getting there. So we're up here, and now we're down here. I didn't use this as much as I said. I wasn't using too much makeup this January, and I tend to only use this if I'm wearing heavy eye makeup or really putting foundation all over my face on a frequent basis. So it didn't get as much use in January, but I've really made inroads in February. MAC Painterly Paint Pot. Again, I've used it. This is probably the most used product. I'll give you a close-up shot of it so you can see where it's at compared to 5 weeks ago. I'm definitely making progress, but it's slow going. Paint pots are always slow going, but I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, I'm really happy with how that's going. I can tell, even if you guys can't tell on camera. Powder products. With my powder products, I have my Australis Contour, a hit pan. I'll put up a close-up of my baby pan. I'm very excited though. I definitely have some pan going on, and yeah, it's not gonna be long before I finish this off. And then I'm gonna have to find something else that I want to use up, which you know when you know what you need to do and you really don't want to do it? I have a book. I have the Australis Contour book to use up, and I don't really want to do it, but I'm gonna have to. So that's what's replacing this once it's gone. But for the moment, I'm still enjoying it. It's still there, and we'll just keep pushing through until we can get this one finished up. And then for my bronzer, blush, slightly warmer and casual days, whatever I need it for, Radiance, the Savvy Mineral Baked Bronzer. It's beautiful. I have made progress, and I can tell because it's flatter. However, I don't think you're going to be able to tell. So I'm making progress. I can see the colours change in it, but yeah, it's not visible progress for you guys, and it's not really visible on the scale either, because I do use so very little of this product. And finally, I'm getting there with Here Kitty Kitty from Colourpop. I really like it. It's my favorite highlighter to get around, but I'm aware I've got a lot of highlighter, and this is the one that I can use regularly. So I kind of want to get it right down, and I'll probably cycle it out of my project pan once I've got some pan going on it. So I want to keep it. I'm not panning it for the sake of I need to get rid of it. I'm panning it for I want to hit pan, and then once I've hit pan, I can feel better about using some other highlighters and exploring more highlighters. But I don't want to just keep buying and buying, and Here Kitty Kitty is just such a great colour for me. It's just like that wet look, buff it in. It doesn't lighten my skin so much. It's a great product. I forgot one more thing in making progress. My Olay Miracle Boost Youth Pre-Essence. Silliest name ever, however, this stuff is the bomb and I'm really loving it. I've been using up several samples of the really high-end stuff, and you know what? I keep coming back to this. I just really enjoy it. It's such a great bottle, like a product. Well, it's a good bottle too. I really enjoy how easy it is to use because as you screw it up, it's got the dropper, and and then it sucks it back up again. It's like it's an automatic bottle dropper whole dealio going on. I love it. It's an absolutely great product, and I will repurchase this because I don't want to be without it. However, we were up here and now we're down here. So I would say this is the product that I have made the most visible progress with in my project pan so far that isn't actually finished. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. So to finish off this video, I thought that I should probably add in all the things that I'm adding in to my project pan to replace things I've finished. So to replace my Rimmel 25-hour lasting finish powder, I'm adding in the Australis Fresh and Flawless powder. So I've only been using this a week and a bit after my Rimmel powder died. So it's replacing this lasting finish. I've already hit pan. I actually don't know how I feel about that because I don't think I've used this product that much, so I'm a bit surprised I've hit pan already. Maybe it's how I use it and I just go straight for the middle, but I can see around the edges that there's actually quite a bit missing. I'll insert a close-up for you so you can see. So either it's picking up a lot on my brush that I'm not using because I always do a quick tap off before I apply it to my face. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I feel a bit ripped off because I have used it up so far. Do you mind, birds? I'm talking here. Yeah, I feel a little not so good about that. But to be fair, I did get it at 50% off on a Priceline sale, so it's really not that expensive. We can get over it. And I've got plenty of powders I won't be repurchasing until I've worked my way through a few more powders that I currently own. So, entering my project pan in the powder, this, Australis Fresh and Flawless in light beige. I'm introducing this concealer now because I'm very well aware that my Maybelline Age Rewind concealer is not going to last another 3 weeks. It's just not going to happen. So I'm going to pop it in now so you can see it and we can get started on the amounts now. It is the Photo Focus concealer from Wet n Wild. I love it. I actually kind of like it a little bit more than my Maybelline, which I didn't think was possible because that's my 3rd tube airless pump of the Maybelline Age Rewind. But yeah, I love it. It works really well on my under eyes. It's fine on blemishes, but I don't tend to get blemishes unless I've got a new retinol product that is really playing havoc with my skin, which is happening at the moment. This is retinol skin. Oh. But anyway, I really love this concealer, and so this is joining my project pan. Replacing my Rimmel 24-hour super curler is my Clinique, tiny writing, high impact mascara. So I got this in my Sharon Farrell's date night Bella box. That video won't be up just yet, so keep an eye out for it. However, I did order the date night box and I got a bunch of samples that I absolutely loved. Because my eyes, because I wear contacts and I've also got this weird amoeba thing in my tear ducts, I can't use mascaras as long as most people can, and I do have to cycle through them. So cheaper mascaras really work for me. I don't feel as bad. They dry out, I get rid of them, it's fine. But travel size, they're actually, for me it's not a problem that they're only travel size because I try and cycle through my mascaras because of my eye problems anyway. It has length, it has volume. I'm really happy with it. The only thing that I don't love, that brush, like it's as wide as the curve of my palm and I have really large hands. Like it's, you know, it's like the joint of my thumb. Like it's huge. That wand is huge. It is too big for a small mascara. However, like it's too big for a full size. However, I also appreciate that they have put like their normal wand in their mini so that you can get a feel for how the actual mascara will perform. So props for that. But in general, that is way too big for me. But I really like it. I'm wearing it today and I'm really interested to see just how long this will last me. So this is my replacement. Yeah, the high impact. We'll see how we go. Okay, finally replacing my beloved Swiss Deep Sea Hydrating Mist Toner. It's this guy. It's the Andalou Naturals Vitamin C Illuminating Toner. I wish I loved it. I don't, but I gotta use it. It wasn't cheap. So it was up to here and now it's down to here because there were a few opportunities where I could use it instead of my Swiss one. So I did use it. And I think I'm just gonna have to use a few other toners when I can't use this one. This one stings my eyes, so I can't just mist it over my face. It has to be misted onto a cotton pad and then applied. I can't mist it, no. I wanna use it up, so I'm gonna use it up. But I'm not gonna like it. I don't have to like it, but I spent money on it, so I'm gonna use it where I can. If I really struggle, I will just introduce something else. I might repurchase. My favorites, I don't know. We'll see how this goes. We'll give it a run. Yeah, you know there's products you're like, yeah, I gotta use this, but I really don't want to. That's what this is. Okay, so that's the end. That's where I'm up to in February with my project pan. I think I've done pretty well, especially considering, 10 days away from the house where I was living out of my makeup bag and just trying to get things together. I'm pretty happy with how things have gone. And yeah, I don't know. Not sure how I'm feeling about the whole. With project pans normally, like with my panning, I've always been, it's just me, nobody really knows what I'm doing. Now that I'm putting on YouTube, it's been a really different experience. So yeah, thanks for coming along for the ride, guys. And we'll see how we go coming through February into March. If you made it to the end, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.